Alrighty, good morning. I can't even talk already. Welcome to Darana Motorsports Park. PDRA testing underway. We got some coverage for a couple hours till the pay-per-view comes on. Our junior dragster classes are at the ready line, getting ready to go. Once again, welcome to Darana Motorsports Park, Benson, North Carolina. PDRA's in the house.
top looking track on?
One way up there on top. So once again, welcome to Darana. Thanks for the compliments on the railing. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Got to get a couple more ballisters and we'll finish that thing up Monday afternoon. So got one of the little competitors still stuck on top of the racetrack. Let those guys run and get their starters. So pro cars on standby. Should be coming up after the juniors. Pay-per-view comes on a little bit earlier today than normal, so we'll have a short one, but it'll be a good one. Once again, thanks everybody for watching. Living a dream one more day. Like, share, subscribe. Great job to the juniors, man. We just ran a bunch of cars through there in the last 20, 25 minutes. I'm still here. They were going so fast, couldn't even think of something to say. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pro Motor Vision. Home of a free live stream today for a while. We're with the PDRA Racing Group down here at the East Coast Nationals, presented by Fuel Tech and Summit. Big cars coming up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody tuning in with us. Those juniors really ran on through there. I got to do one thing on the computer, but you can see the glue is going down. Real light setup today, only 2 cameras. I guess pay-per-view is starting earlier than normal, so that'll mess us up some. But once again, welcome to Darana Motorsports Park. This is my home drag strip, only about 35 minutes from the house. So everybody, glad to see you. Come on out. Should be a good show this weekend. Let me get my computer plugged in so I can do something real quick. Once again, thanks for watching. Welcome to Darana Motorsports Park with NC Pro Motor. Like, share, subscribe. All right, so how's everybody doing on this beautiful Thursday morning? Another long couple days. So glad to be here close to home. Thanks for all the kind words on the deck. Came out pretty good, a little bit more. Only took one good long day, not a year like the last one. So once again, flow's starting early today for some reason. I still don't have clarification whether I need to stop or not, so we'll have to figure that out. But you can believe we got trying something different with an upload, try to get that up a little bit faster. Once again, welcome to the show. Door cars, pro cars coming up. Josh Jones is Jones has done a good job of bringing us the weather report. Let's see what the track is. working. Got Myrtle Beach in the house. Where are you from? I'm still trying to get a Facebook comments up. I don't know what's wrong with my laptop. It don't want to cut on. That's how we roll. Once again, day one, PDRA. Hey, brother, how are you?
We at the Holy Lane. We at the Holy Lane on dry racing.
Yeah.
What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks. Okay. You see Tim Gordon? Yeah. The girl over the golf club? No, I didn't see it. He wasn't paying attention to them road ahead. They were in the restart about getting on the next road. Oh my God. He ran down the hill and hit that Rooney Street.
Don't mess up the rainbow. Yeah, he actually.
Danny with a bad smile at me. And I see the golf cart veering off and Tim's on the front. He hit that damn thing.
He gonna get fired. Yeah, a lot of rain everywhere. Keith Haney in the house down here. Keith Haney. Hey, good morning everyone. We got Facebook pulled up. No, only live for a short time today. Flo takes over early to finish up coverage from the last race. We'll get some of this stuff picked up. He'll be in the upload mode, so stay tuned. Gonna be a great day of racing. Some live, some uploads. Sorry about that. Spraying some something down, trying to keep it off the camera lens. No, we did not do a pit tour yet. We'll work on that later today or probably tomorrow morning. People still coming in. No pit tour yet, but we will get it. Hey, bright spot. Thanks, Randy. Yeah, my favorite track too, as well as my home tracks. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Should be a pretty good show till noonish or so. Door cars coming this way. Sportsman top tricks. Zach Hauser near lane. Jeff Melnick far lane. Let's get it done. decent way to kick off door car coverage. Good looking pickup truck far lane. Hey, what'd you get? 82, 83? Don Beans, new Robert Hayes machine, Don Beans. Gone 001 on the tree. Don Bean getting it done. Boy, he gets consistent. That's going to be tough to beat. Once again, track heating up. 84, 85 degrees. Welcome to Darana Motorsports Park. PDRA in town. PDRA. Got whole round of testing, and then we start that on. The race starts at 12 o'clock approximately. Flow comes on at 12, so I guess we'll do the right thing and get out of the way and upload videos. So thanks for tuning in this morning. Colby driving a Greenbrier machine. Colby in the Greenbrier machine. Slow start and coming by, Joe Rubicek. Rubicek with a nice run. Rubicek with a nice run. .009, these top sportsman guys don't play. Here comes a pair of fastback Mustangs coming at you. Sportsman car, $375. Far lane, a Pontiac Firebird. Obviously the dragster's got a new set of slicks on. Woo, what a burnout. The new Sticky Mickeys weren't too sticky. Still can't get used to Mark Payne driving a dragster. House of Payne, LS powered twin turbo dragster. Good morning. Welcome everybody checking in on Facebook again. Little LS powered dragster machine. Midnight sun over there in the far lane. Big block nitrous powered machine. Once again, we're in the middle of Top Sportsman, Top Dragster, Treston, Pro Modified cars. A lot of this coming up soon. Like, share, subscribe. Pretty good run for left lane 425 with an 444 far lane. Lindsay Coleman far lane. Yo, Pro Charger, nitrous powered, excuse me, naturally aspirated car machine. Boy, 380 with a 006 right lane, man. Talking about being haunted, both sides. Next pair. Side piece. Wobble for some reason. I don't know why. I'll see how they're made. Double 05 and 16, man. The guys are all on the tree today. Guys and girls. Guys and girls. Wisp of smoke over there in the far lane. I don't know if it was spinning or winning. Looks like we're gonna take a look at it. Well, remember we saw the little junior dragster a minute ago? There's Daddy's big car. They look identical. Nice look. good. Spud coming up, Spud. Not sure who's. Tony in the far lane, Tony. Look at those reaction times, 05 and 06. Happy birthday, Junior Benson. Hope you had a good one, buddy. Sounding sick over there. Maximus Butcher, 443 with a 5, 155. Not happy over there in the far lane for the Pro Charge car. Top sportsman, top dragster, pros are on standby. Like, share, subscribe. Do the deal. I think Flow is free most of today. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. Not sure if it'll be on YouTube or not. Lucas Salemi coming up far lane. Whole lot of decals on the dragster near lane coming at you. heavy far lane. Pro charge and low flow dragster. Like, share, subscribe. Don't cost you a dime. Super light live stream today. Only a couple cameras since the short. Enjoy the show. Driver 16 on the tree. Pretty good run both sides. Door car versus dragster. Top sportsman, top dragster, shakedown run. Little bitty. Yeah, problems for the door car. 376. Man, what a combination. Great Kimball getting it done. Not sure what's going on with the door car over there. That's not the right time slip. All right, door car going the other way. Door car going the other way. We got a big old blown dragster coming our way. Just a second ago. Good years, wasn't nothing good about them. Man. Hey Angie, glad you like your merchandise. That stuff from the Angry Ducks is pretty daggone good. I don't know if we're push hogging or planting or what's going on with all that dust on the big end. Steve Furr back around. Man had a terrible event down in Darlington. Good to see he's back. Something going on there, Lane. A lot of smoke coming at him. There we go. The Buzz, Steve Furr. Mr. Alan O'Brien over there in the far lane. I don't know if he's driving a twin turbo or a quad turbo machine. turbo, baby. Top sportsman car, no hood scoop, must be trying something new. O'Brien definitely out of it well early in the Ford turbo machine, well early. All right, looks like we're gonna take a look at the racetrack for a second. Well, you heard them, Pro Nitrous, Pro Boost to the lanes. Butler's coming back up in the door car, the GTO. Got one more dragster. Let's get, hope everybody's doing well. Facebook comments are being a little funny. If I missed it, don't take offense. It's their things. Once again, Josh Jones doing a heck of a job. Can't wait to get up to Empire Dragway later in the season. Bruce Thrift doing what Bruce Thrift does. It's like really taking a good look at the top end of the racetrack. Appreciate everybody riding along. We got a very light. Oh, we got him pulled over to the side. Didn't even see that. So hang tight. Clean up on aisle 1. Looks like we got a good little mess up there. I don't know if we kicked the rear end out of it or what. That's too bad. Good morning to all my friends over at Quarterbacks for tuning in. Let's see what the guys got going on over there at Quarterbacks Racing real quick while we got a few minutes.
When you need hardcore chassis components, there's only one name, Quartermax Racing, home of 43 world championships. If it's tough enough for a 5,000 horsepower Pro Mod, it's the highest quality for your car. We manufacture it all, from four-link systems to anti-roll bars, right here in-house. Don't just race, dominate. Quartermax Racing, Pro Mod tough, bracket ready. Visit quartermax.com.
Once again, thanks to everybody, quarterbacks, for believing me and to help them spread their brand. Bubba Stanton helping us out a lot last weekend, running 350, would have won in the Outlaw Pro Mod trim at the event. Cleanup underway, aisle 1. What's going on, Miss Jody? Stevie Fast working. Yeah, float takes over early. Sorry, I guess we'll be doing the upload deal. Bought a brand new Starlink Mini to mount to my golf cart, so that should help with things. So like, share, subscribe, follow along. Don't forget to visit our new merchandise store at theangryduck.com/NCPromoder. Life is good. Yeah, we got Venmo, all kinds of stuff here. Hey, anybody was looking out, man, these diesel fuel's going up, boy. We're getting ready to burn a bunch here in the next month or so. Once again, I've been really pleased with the merchandise I've received from Angry Duck. I ordered a bunch of it before I shared the link. I was real happy with it. The shirts are high quality, soft. Hats look good. Anybody looking for some NC Pro Moder merchandise that won't see me at the racetrack, check out theangryduck.com. Appreciate everybody making drag racing greater, live and free. Stay tuned. Cleanup underway on aisle 1. Well, I did think about the Radio Outlaw race, but I got a lot of sponsorship dollars that come out of this thing, mainly the Greenbrier Group. So we have to support those that support us. Sometimes those are the decisions we have to make. So yes, lots of testing there at the Radio Outlaw Group. Also, Galop Motorsports Park, 25 miles from home, Alabama, 500 or 600. So we have to be smart, we have to be frugal, because we've got all our money for the year and we got to make it last. So, hey, thank you very much for the donations. We really help. So, check out our collection there. Several different colors of shirts and hats. Price is fairly reasonable. I thought the shipping costs were extremely reasonable. So, thanks again. Yeah, radio, lot going on. I mean, streetcar bragging rights down a thing. They had called me, wanted me to do it, but I have to come here. We got Greenbrier Excavating and Paving, P2, Hickory Enclosed Trailers, Fuel Tech's got a lot of cars here. Harts Turbos, Harts Chargers, of course, here. Quarterbacks, I mean, just a lot goes on. Stroud Safety. Have to go and support the people that support us. Redline Oil, of course, major sponsor of mine, major sponsor of them. Scrabble Welding in the house. Freddie Scrabble still in, so you know, sometimes there are reasonings why we don't go somewhere, then sometimes there are not. But 30 minutes from home. I've been with the PDRA for almost 10 years. Radio Outlaw's got a good deal. I'll be at, hope to be at the Shakedown for that event. Would have been more streaming there for me, but at the end of the day, it's about building relationships and continuing to build a brand. So, cleanup's underway. Not sure if it knocks the rear end out or whatever. We'll see. Once again, thanks everybody for watching. Like, share, subscribe. pros coming up after the cleanup here, so stay tuned. The track's looking pretty good, according to the guys. No, these shirts right here are custom jerseys. Trust me, you don't want to buy one of these. They're a high dollar. Yeah, it's just one t-shirt, then the ones with a flag, we sell those at the racetrack. Trying to figure out if I can get them on there, because these are all silk screen printed, and just trying to see how that store will do before I commit to doing a lot. So. Long time no see. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Who all had to go to Alabama?
Oh, yeah. As usual.
Did I tell you guys that Keith Haney made the trek over here to the East Coast since his race was canceled down there at XRP due to some unfavorable weather forecast? So Keith Haney's got the Black Mamba here. How about that? Yeah, maybe we can do a raffle for one. The problem with that deal is if they get into the wrong hands, somebody could make me look really bad somewhere, and that's just not cool. And we can do some kind of raffle for charity. Well, it looks like cleanup's just about complete. Probably have to put a little glue down, so stay tuned. Drivers arrive.
You got any questions?
Mr. Cool Suit. Looks like we got about 3 more cars left in Top Sportsman, Top Dragster. The pros have been called. So. Yeah, we did a big drawing the other year for Godspeed Ministries. That's one of my favorite charities. So they don't get the recognition as some, but yeah, sorry, man. My Facebook Messenger is acting up. I do see, but when we get going, man, I usually turn the notifications off on my stuff so it doesn't mess up my feed. Hopefully you got to see the run. So once again, we'll be on till around 12ish, and then Flow Racing takes over. We'll get cleaned up, and then we'll go and do video uploading. So check out the content on YouTube. Maybe we'll put a couple reels up on Facebook. So thanks to all our sponsors for getting us here today. It takes a lot to do this, man. We've come so far. We got a ways to go. Trying to be the best in the business. And we can only do that with your help. So like, share, subscribe, especially to the YouTube channel. That is really, really growing. We need to get... Jimmy Taylor needs to come to HRA and run Outlaw Pro Mod so he can drop the hammer on that thing. We can really see what it'll do. Good to see that. I need to talk to Taylor anyways. Looks like he's going to do some NHRA racing as well. Alrighty, good news. I hear some race cars. Track's clean, track's clean. Let's get back to racing. Thanks again to PDRA for giving us the opportunity to live stream some of this testing. With just what the dial board shows. Still problems for the Mueller car in the far lane. Brian Tiffy coming up next in the Schween Motorsports entry. Tough weekend down in Darlington. Big motor damage on the first pass down the racetrack. Just got it fixed, just got it back. Probably be a very short pull for the Schween group. Ned Dunphy coming around the corner in his Pro Boost machine. Ned Dunphy. Once again, my friends at Toronto Motorsports Park hoping to open up Saturday. See, they're doing a lot of work there. Can't wait to get back up there first weekend in June. Got Pro Mod racing at Toronto Motorsports Park right here live and free on Pro Mod Vision. Thanks to Ian Hill Productions for believing in us and everybody at the track for making these feel so welcome up there at Toronto Motorsports Park. All right, thumbs up. Here comes Brian Tiffy in the Schween Motorsports. Fulton powered Corvette. Stacy Hall doing a lot of work down there in the last couple of weeks to get this motor here. Get back. Let's see what Tiffy can do. 405, 405, 148 for Tiffany. Good, looking good. Once again, a lot of motor work done to that thing. Some carnage after Darlington event, but the Fulton guys getting it done. Track prep underway. Pro mods at the ready line. Okay, track prep looks like it's about done. Hope everybody's doing good. Hey, Steven, thanks for catching in. Coffee or Pro Mods? Steve King going to be in the near lane. Ned Dunphy over there in the far lane. First pair of Pro Modified. Hey, how we doing, guys?
Hey, look at that guy out of bed.
coming out hard. Dumpy out of it a little bit past 60-foot cone. Steve King, 360, 3.4, 205 off the trailer. 935, 60 foot. Keith Haney, far lane, in the new Black Widow Corvette. Jamie Thompson coming up in the Goldfinger machine. Pro Nitrous car. Jamie Thompson coming at you. Once again, thanks Keith Haney and his team for pulling over to the East Coast. November, making progress. Good job, Keith Haney crew. Sorry, we got some people standing in front of us, don't see what we're working. Nice job, Haney crew. 13 on the tree, 959, 60 foot. Once again, some kind of fluid leak. Good job by the track crew catching that up. Mountain Man, near lane, far lane, Mountain Man, far lane, Dane Wood coming up, Dane Wood beside us.
Looks like they're already cleaned up there on the starting line. Ready?
All right, must just been some sort of fuel leak. Once again, Mountain Man, far lane, Fulton Power Machine, Dane Wood coming up in his missing machine. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, Suge, how are you doing? All right, Dane Wood out over there, early Mountain Man 369.3, 206. One of our great sponsors in the far lane, Billy Albert, Albert Race Engine, Special Mechanic Machine. Chris Reedy coming up this side. lick both sides. Everybody's saving parts and pieces. Once again, Pro Nitrous, Pro Boost test session, number 1. Freddie Scriba near lane, Marcus Butler far lane. .72 for Butler. Scriba's out of it early. All purpose. Jason Harris, party time near lane. Tim Mulnar, far lane. Out of it early. I didn't see what happened in the far lane. That was a pretty good lick. Harrison in with a new power plant in the car. Ashley Franklin near lane. John Burgott's far lane coming up. Ashley Franklin near lane. John Burgott's far lane. Ashley did. far lane. Raymond Mattos far lane. Tommy Franklin coming by. Playing on both sides. Jeff Keith was second pair out, went 372 with a 3.206, I believe. Kurt Steady far lane. Tim Papp's got a paint job. Lonnie's got a paint job on it now. Kurt Steady far lane. Tim Papp coming at you. Near lane. Not sure what's going on. Kurt Steady backing up. And looks like we're going the other way. morning. Sound like you only ran a 002 on the street. Good God Almighty. Joe Winsley, far lane. Gabby, near lane. Winsley with some troubles over there. 68.3. Alright, Tricky Ricky up there in the J&A Services Parkway Ford Mustang. Johnny Camp up in Hell's Bell. Johnny Camp coming in. Once again, welcome to the show. We'll finish up the pro classes, and then the pay-per-view will be on. So, hope you enjoyed the ride. Thanks to all our coverage partners for giving us opportunity to be here today. Jay Cox making a statement here this morning. Jay Cox, 923, 243. Ty Tutterow up next. Jamie Thompson back in Goldfinger. Ty Tutterow in a brand new car, far lane. Thompson back in Goldfinger. Short pull both sides, 75 to a 169. Nothing short about that. Hey man.
How are you, Mr.
I'm
Jay?
good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Always good to be seen. Ethan Steading up next, and then we'll be into Pro Street. Ethan Steading, then the second P2 contracted car far late. Steady with another 60-foot run as well. Looked like it was riding the wheelie bars just a touch. 928 download, 928. Chris Tutton coming around the corners. Pro Street, Chris Tutton. Good looking split bumper to far lane. Man, oh man, oh man. Here, Tutton in a Hart's turbo machine. Some kind of charged application for the split bumper. That's a good looking car. Again, protesting winding down. Slow Racing takes over soon. I understand it's going to be on Amazon Prime if you got that. Hopefully they'll stream to YouTube as well. Go. Nice run for Tutton. Ooh, that turbocharged car spit some fuel out. My eyes are burning. Andy Benson, car lane. Kincaid coming at you. There we go. Kincaid 406, 406. Jr. near lane. Jason X far lane, the 632 car. Once again, Pro Street car near lane. Pro 632 machine, Jason Ventura, far lane. Lost the traction. Oh, we dropped some kind of parts and pieces down here. Going to pick them up. Yikes. Once again, everybody, hope you enjoyed the show. Once again, we'll finish up the pros and then we got to go. Stay out of jail. Hey, over here. Oh, that's a nice shirt. I like that one.
Yeah, my buddy takes that car around.
Alright, Fletcher Cox coming up near lane. Another good looking nitrous car far lane. Let's see who it is when he comes by. Once again, Pro Street, Fletcher Cox coming at you. 9. Wow, what a drag race. Or what a run, I should say. Great single car drag race. Fletcher Cox picking up the win. Everybody getting a chuckle out of that. Once key is 76 on the tree, 114, 278, 406, 193. Carson Hoyle coming around a corner in 632. ATI Performance Products machine, Carson Hoyle. See the green for our car. We got Super Streets in there, some Pro Streets. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, man. Appreciate everybody riding along. A little short one today, but it's going good. We got a bunch of people watching. Fletcher will be there next weekend. I'm planning on going, I think. It's on my list. Alright, must be a fuel leak or something in the far lane. Hang tight.
Back to the Arlington race, juniors. The Arlington race for juniors. We now need you.
Once again, if you're watching on Facebook and I'm not answering, I got two devices trying to look at. The comments don't seem to be populating for me today, so don't take it personally. We're just not seeing it. Once again, we'll finish out protesting. Flow should be coming on around 12-ish, but we'll finish up the pro cars that are in line, and then they can have it. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Couldn't do it without you. Been a good day. Got quite a few people watching, so. Looks like the tractor's going back to the spot. Carson Hoyle near lane, maybe the Greenbrier coming, or ATI coming near lane, I don't know. Once again, I think we'll be at Cecil County next weekend for the Stream Door Slammers part of the event up there with Big Fred. Crew. Looking forward to that. Then the following weekend will be at MIR for the last Northeast race. Alright, James Speedy coming up. Carson Hoyle, far lane. 632 on 632. Nice run for Beatty. Nice run. Hoyle over there, out over the lower early. Once again, flow should start soon. We'll run through the pro cars, dozen or so pro cars that are left, and then we'll let them take it over. We'll be uploading coverage on our YouTube channel throughout today, Friday and Saturday, so right along. Thanks to all our coverage partners for making drag racing greater. All right, the Greenbrier excavating and paving machine. Far lane, 632 Pro Trim. Super Street Ford Mustang, near lane. Looked at the weather, but I know just where to find you, Lucknut. Know just where to find you. today. Means a lot. All right, tonight machine, near lane, Altman, far lane, Altman. 632 on Super Street. The Mooresville Dragway guy. Greenbrier car showing a lot of promise down low. 035, 975. Not 438 for the Super Street car. Not a bad run at all. Jeff Pittman, one of my great sponsors there, the Hickory Enclosed Trail Racing Performance Motor Coaches machine. Still in the 632 race. We'll finish up later today. Pull for Pittman, getting ready for racing conditions. Only run to the 330, 440, 123. Got to pick it up on the tree, so 419. Jeff Melnick, far lane, the Greenbrier car. Nichols coming at you, I believe. decent run both sides. David Cook car lane, or David Cook Jr. the top sportsman car. Blake Denton coming up in the Lindsay Tribute car. My mistake, Cook running 632, 632. Cook running 632. For the Cook machine, a lot of smoke. want a nice one over there, $3.99. All right, the hottest guy in Super Street Racing over there in the Mustang. Jerry Morgano, far lane. Let's see who just came by. Everybody watching, make sure you like, share, subscribe. It really helps a lot. Appreciate everybody chatting it up. Once again, I apologize. I don't see you chat on Facebook. For some reason, the comments are not showing up. Connor McGee coming up. Connor McGee near lane. Don't know who's in a charge car far lane. Where did that come from? Everybody's been spinning and he's sticking. Man, oh man, oh man. Woo! Wheels up. Obviously on the wrong end of the racetrack on that one. Hey, we saw this Monte Carlo shaking down a little bit last weekend at IHRA test day on Tuesday. It's a Felly Motorsports machine. Hey, bud. How you doing? Long time no see. Yeah. keep going until the protest session is over. Junior Dragster is part of the race, so we're not going to buck it, but been a good little show so far. Appreciate everybody watching. Probably not too many cars left, and then we'll give up the show. So thanks again for everybody for watching. They don't see me standing here. I must have my invisible clothes on today. Once again, not too many more cars left testing, then we'll get out of the way. Thanks again for everybody watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. I would appreciate it. Benson chaired by the Mustang. Not sure who's in a Camaro. Let's see. Shallow machine, shallow machine. Unbelievable. That looks like you didn't miss anything. Get to see their cars. Not too many left. Greenbrier machine near lane. Fox Buddy car lane. Everybody riding along today. We'll be uploading some content later in the weekend. Thanks to all our sponsors for giving us the opportunity to be here today. Man, it means a lot. I think this is event number 15 or 16 for the year. Close to home, thank goodness. Like, share, subscribe, you know all of that. Hey, who's making baby rag ribs? I need some. So last car, good luck flow racing with your deal today. Once again, it's on Amazon Prime today. If you got Amazon Prime. Hopefully they'll put it on YouTube as well. So thanks for everybody tuning into our YouTube channel. We'll have uploads going later today. Hey to Mrs. NC if she's watching. Talk to you later. Hey to my guys at Quarterbacks. Red Light Oil was checking in on me earlier, so thanks everybody who believes in what we do. We wouldn't be here without you. good. Should be at Cecil County next weekend for the Big Friends event. Extreme Door Slammer Pro Mod Racer is the reason I'm going. Help those guys out, get going. Then we'll be at MIR the following weekend for their last Northeast Outlaw Pro Mod race. Once again, I appreciate everybody watching. Wouldn't be here without you. Like, share, subscribe. Let me cut this thing off before the juniors get going. So here they come. Enjoy your day. Appreciate you watching. Making drag racing greater live.